All right, they have played 24 minutes at the Summit in Houston, Texas. The reigning champions down by 3, 58-55 as the Suns try to close them out here on TNT. Welcome to the Reebok Halftime Report. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta, along with Grant Hill and Jason Kidd, the co-rookies of the year in the NBA. And folks, before we talk to these guys, we want to show you one instance from the first half that made both of these guys cringe. Hakeem Olajuwon turning right into the face of Kevin Johnson. It can get dangerous out there, can it not, guys? Jason?
I think so. And who said the NBA game isn't physical?
Yeah. I don't think either of you guys have ever said that. That makes you hurt just to watch that thing.
Oh, definitely. I know Kevin Johnson and Hakeem will have headaches tonight.
Yeah, Kevin had to get a couple of stitches and sat out much of the first quarter. Did come back and scored 7 points. Charles Barkley leads everybody with 27. Hakeem has 12, as does Clyde Drexler. Let's get into the Houston attack. Jason, you play these guys quite a bit in the Western Conference, in the Midwest Division specifically. What does Clyde Drexler bring to the table?
He brings everything to the table. He brings a score, an added score for Olajuwon to take a little pressure away from Olajuwon, so when they double team Olajuwon, Olajuwon could kick it to Clyde for 2.
There were some folks saying that maybe they shouldn't have made this deal. You lose Otis Thorpe, you bring Clyde Drexler in here, but you can see what he does on the offensive end.
Well, he must feel well today because he's definitely taking the ball to the basket, and here's a play where he finishes it. And he's been doing it all night.
And even after all these years, he can still do it. On the other side of the ball, on the Phoenix end, Grant, you said in our pregame show that you thought Charles Barkley may have a little edge tonight. He may have a little focus on wanting to close this thing out, and he's played a great first half.
He really has. And Charles, like I said, was very upset and wanted to come in and play well, and he has. And he's just been unstoppable tonight thus far, going outside and inside. 18
points in the first quarter for Charles Barkley, 27 in the first half, and here's your point illustrated.
Yeah, Charles says, somebody come out here and check me, and he shoots the 3 on him.
Even when they do check him, he shoots that thing, and from the inside.
And I know he's saying now nobody can check me. He's going to the hole and dunking on everybody.
Charles Barkley feeling it because he really disappeared in the last game in the second half, but he has helped Phoenix to a 3-point lead, 58-55 after 24 minutes. And when we come back, we're going to update Chicago and Orlando playing right now on TBS. We'll be right back. Phoenix Suns looking for the clincher. They're up by a 3-pointer over the Rockets after 24 minutes at the Summit. The Reebok Halftime Report continues. Right now on TBS, Chicago and Orlando are playing Game 6 at the United Center, a chance for the Magic to go back to where Horace Grant used to play and close out. Did you think when Michael came back this was a ticket to the finals for the Chicago Bulls?
I definitely did. I thought, first of all, Chicago would just beat Orlando in 4 or 5 games, and Orlando's really come out and played great basketball. They've been led by Horace Grant, and other players have stepped up. And they made it real difficult for Chicago, and if they continue to play the way they've been playing, Chicago will be going home.
Yeah, you've seen the Magic firsthand. You only play them a couple of times during the regular season, but I think Shaq dropped about 40 on you one night at reunion.
Yeah, Shaq is impossible to guard, and you just hope that he has an off night or he has a headache and he doesn't feel like playing, but you never find that in this game.
Right now they're playing on TBS, as we said, and Horace Grant of the Orlando Magic has injured his hand going for a rebound. He is headed to the locker room. We'll update you on that. If you want to watch that game, get that clicker out, baby. TBS for the Magic and the Bulls. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Welcome back to Atlanta and the Reebok Halftime Report. Later on tonight here on TNT, it's Game 6 of the Spurs-Lakers series from the Great Western Forum. This has been an unbelievable series from the L.A. point of view, I think, because the Spurs, the #1 seed in the Western Conference, everybody's thinking this is their year. They won more than 60 games. How do you explain what the Lakers have been able to do, Jason?
Well, they're a young team, and right now they probably don't have the experience or know what position they're in. They're just going out there to play, and they're having fun. And I think Nick Van Exel has a big reason to do with that.
We have the shots Nick Van Exel hit the other night in Game 5 that made a Game 6 possible. Let's take a look at what he did late in regulation to tie the game, and then in overtime. How about that three? And this one was really incredible, this sequence.
Well, Nick Van Exel has been doing this all season with the Lakers, and this is what he likes, crunch time, and he pulls up a running jump shot. He probably tell you he does that in practice. So,
Ernie Johnson had to be seeing that play in his sleep. He was this close to getting that ball away from Vlade Divac. I mean, do you take it home with you after a game? Do you replay episodes from a game when you go home at night?
Well, especially a game like that, I'm sure that night was pretty tough for Ernie Johnson, but you know, the Spurs are going to bounce back. They're going to come out and be real focused tonight and try to play real hard and try to contain Nick Van Exel.
That's very well put. Let's update the situation on Horace Grant. We told you moments ago that he had left the game at the United Center in Chicago with a dislocated finger, we're told. Now, here's how it happened. You see Horace Grant going up for the rebound, and Pippen is up there with him, and Horace Grant with a dislocated finger. They're going to take him to the locker room, pop that thing back into place, and he's going to be back and into action for the fourth quarter when they start the fourth quarter at the United Center. Orlando trying to hold on to the lead right now. Here on TNT, we got a three-point game. What do you look for in the second half from the Suns and the Rockets? Either one of you, because we have limited time. Flip a coin, it's you.
Well, I see Charles continue to dominate, but I see Akeem and Drexler playing a great basketball game, and I think it'll come down to Phoenix winning the game and going back home to play golf.
We have more time than we thought. What are your thoughts on the second half?
I think Houston's going to pull it out at home, and they'll be going back to play at Phoenix, but they won't be playing golf.
You can see we don't agree.
You guys have been spending too much time together. 58-55, the Phoenix lead over the Houston Rockets. The third quarter is coming right up.